What's going on, guys? It is April here for the first episode of a series that we are calling Bad Batches on batching cocktails. So I'm obviously the biggest, baddest batch here, and we're gonna have some other batch guests along for the series. So what are batch cocktails, you ask? Batch cocktails are basically just really huge cocktails to simplify the process of combining various ingredients and then serving them to large quantities of people. So in today's example, we're doing a spicy margarita for Cinco de Mayo. Obviously, very topical. And the products that we're using Cheeky lime juice. It's 100% lime juice, nothing artificial, no preservatives whatsoever. And then Cheeky Agave Syrup as well. And we're going to be mixing with Ghost Spicy Pepper Tequila. So normally, if you're going to be testing out a batch, you don't want to make the full huge drink without knowing how it's going to taste, obviously. You really want to taste it before you make an entire giant container. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take just one glass. This is a little 9-ounce plastic cup. We are now selling these on our website, cheekycocktails.co. And I'm just going to make a little sample with the recipe that I'm using. So today's recipe, it's a spicy Tommy's margarita, and Tommy's uses agave instead of orange liqueur or triple sec in the drink. So the ratio I'm using today, it's really like 2-1-1. So it's 2 parts spirit to 1 part citrus and 1 part sweet. So I have a jigger, which is a measuring device here, and I will just make those ratios. So again, the Cheeky Agave, Cheeky Lime, and then we will add the tequila. You really want to be tasting your drinks before you serve them to people, and that is, again, what I'm doing here. So I'm going to give this a little stir just to taste it. My beautiful long bar spoon. And then here I can, if I say, oh, it's too citrusy, I'll add more sweet or more of the tequila. And if it's too boozy, I can add more of the mixers, or you can just tinker a bunch of different ways. So this actually is really well balanced. And that was, by the way, intentional when we made these sizes of the citrus and the sweet. So perfect, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to batch this whole thing up here. So if I just add the full bottle of tequila and then the full bottle of citrus and sweet, this is actually the same exact ratios as what I made in the little cocktail. So I'm just going to do that. I will add this full, this is 750 milliliter. You can also do this easily with a liter. And I should also mention, by the way, the number one error that people make when they're batching cocktails is having a vessel that is too small for the final batch. So it is really important when you're making a batch that you know the total volume that it's going to be, so you can source the proper size pitcher. This pitcher is 73 ounces. Oops, splashing everywhere over here. This is a 73-ounce pitcher, and so I know that it's going to hold the 32 ounces from the citrus and sweet, and then the 25.4 ounces from the 750 milliliter. I'm sure this is like watching grass grow over here. All right, cool. So now we have this beautiful batch and bring on the ice. Hit it. Amazing. Great. So I have an off-camera assistant who's helping me with some ice. And we are selling these cups in sleeves of 20. So my assistant over here is going to help me just put some ice cubes individually, fabulous, in these different glasses. And I'm just going to show you how this is going to shake out. Now, we're not going to do a full 20, but I just want you guys to see, in terms of volume, how many cocktails this makes and how very easy this is. All right, cool. So I'm going to give this a nice stir. Normally, a margarita is a shaken cocktail. Many people probably know this. However, if you're going to be serving in this format, you are able to serve it this way. Something else that's important to note, and we're not going to get super deep into this in today's Bad Batches session, but dilution is a very important part of a finished cocktail. So typically you're probably looking for 15 to 20% of the final cocktail to be water incorporated through ice, or through shaking, or just by adding water to the cocktail. In this case, because I do have it sitting over ice, and I'm going to have it sitting over ice for the duration of the evening, I'm not actually adding any additional water, and then I'm going to be pouring it over ice as well. So that's really as simple as it is. As I mentioned, we sell all of these products on our site, except for tequila. And this is just an indication of, again, how simple and easy this is to make delicious batch cocktails for your party. You can do a Tajin or sea salt rim if you'd like, or you can just garnish it very simply with lime wheels, as I have done here. And that's got some beautiful fresh ones here. Very, very simple and easy. You can also, by the way, set these out if your guests are kind of doing a self-serve sort of situation. You can just set them out in a bowl just next to other drinks, and they can garnish them themselves. But that's really it. So hoping you enjoyed this, hoping this was a little bit informative, and cheers and happy Cinco de Mayo. Cheers!